What's up, everybody? So let's talk about basic ways to look at units. This is some basic tactica. I was looking at comments on Facebook, and people were like, "How do I look at these things? Why do I do these things the way I do them? What is the meaning behind all of this?" And in this series, we'll, reveal the man behind the curtain, who's sitting there like working the levers and whatnot. The first thing is just what I thought about today was the difference in units, the way to look at units, because there's very different ways I look at units. Like my Death Guard, I look at them as I look at what they can do per turn, but it's not about what they can do over a turn. It's about what they can do over the course of the game. The Death Guard are about making your opponent trade down. You're not making your points back every turn with your Death Guard. But they're not making their points back either, and you're actually killing more points than they are. You're actually playing a game of attrition with the Death Guard, with these tough units, with Custodes, with hard body lists that have things like a shitload of Demon Princes. There's a level of attrition to it, where you have to trade X amount of models to get to my models and make them go dead. And over the course of turns, it's going to take you time, so I get a certain number of combat phases out of it. Whatever that number of combat phases is will be arrived at a later date. The idea is that you're dying slower than they are. The other unit is a unit that goes poof right after you use it, and it's all about what you can do in the turn that you're there. With my orcs, when I charge with my orcs, I do a lot of damage, but their damage output on the next turn is probably going to be significantly decreased because there's probably a few dead orcs. So I look at what they can. They're not going to be completely neutered, but it's not going to be like my Plague Marines, which they're just still basically as effective. They just kind of like lost a guy who was like, I barely lost anything. My orcs will lose like maybe half of their attack, so they're still threatening, but they're not what they used to be. So I look at what they can do in the single phase. When they get the charge off, how many attacks can my orcs get? How many shots can this unit over here get, like Gene Stealers, when they impact? What's the kind of impact they have? What's the damage they can output per round? And not so much in the trading down sense, but you're trying to trade up with these guys. You're going in there and you're trying to make your points back plus more every turn with these things. These are the units that go in and they kill more than their points. So like my Death Watch kill teams also. They don't all exactly make their points back, but damn, they do some work. And I can say that most of them do make their points back. Like damn near the amount of shooting I shoot at the opponent is damn near what I kill. It's very, very effective. Same thing goes with my orcs. The amount of points in attacks that I field, I'm looking at how much enemy dead I get out of it, versus the counter way of it, which is how much dead they don't take for me on my Death Guard while I'm just plinking them down. And that's the two ways that I look at it. There's many other ways to look at it, but this is the kind of two general ways. I think of it in very distinct ways because I have armies that operate in distinct manners. It's kind of, the Tyranids are the first army that's kind of like not on-off for me, because it's like Death Watch, on, all the way on, just DPS full max. Same with orcs, just full wog. The Death Guard, just full attrition. That's all it does. Nids are somewhere in the center. They can play attrition, but they can also play trade up. They're interesting. Anyways, I'll catch y'all later.